Hey, yo. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Wait, I messed up on Twitch.
Welcome to the stream. I hope you like the vibe. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna clap some cheeks. Now be a good chatter and don't be a piece.
I did say I'm going live with the Bazaar, but that's okay.
Binks.
I think people
Actually,
figure it out
I'm gonna stop the Twitch stream and restart it.
Do it.
Binks. I hope you like the vibe. Binks. Binks.
Just a little cheeky refresh.
Binks.
What is up, everyone? What's up, YouTube? Oh my gosh, wait, it does.
If you're watching
Oh
on
my God.
YouTube, like and subscribe.
Dude, the Twitch thing is ridiculous right now. There's like a new
Welcome to the
restream,
stream.
a new change
I
to
hope you
restream,
like
which is
the
how I
vibe.
dual
If you're
stream.
watching on YouTube, like
And
and,
it,
subscribe. We're gonna play some
just
games.
straight up, like,
We're
fights
gonna
everything that
clap
I'm
some
trying to do.
cheeks. Now be a good chatter and don't be a piece. Binks, 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 binks.
We'll get it.
Binks, binks, and don't be a piece.
It says 12-hour Exodia stream because that was my first ever YouTube live stream.
What were you playing? Was it
This is
like the vibe.
Exodia. It was Exodia.
Oh, Exodia's an actual game.
No.
What is the you?
There's an Exodia deck in Marvel Snap that you used to be able to do with Wong Onslaught Mystique, where you get 256 triggers of an on reveal.
YouTube, like and subscribe.
Was this before Fast Forward?
Binks, binks,
Yeah, this is before launch.
binks, binks.
I used to literally brick people's games. I'm not super proud of it.
Binks,
It would brick people's games for like 20 minutes.
binks, binks.
But I was actually
The vibe. Binks,
that stream.
like and subscribe. Binks.
Some of the devs had said,
You like the vibe. Binks, binks.
or not
Like
fully
and
confirmed, but
subscribe.
like, fake confirmed, that that was part of the reason why the whole Exodia thing got changed from multiplicative to additive, which I think is
Well,
very funny.
you're performing a useful function, doing some edge testing.
Edge testing. What's up, Nate? How are you?
Oh man, I'm so hyped to be here. We're gonna have some good times in this.
I'm
this
hyped to have you
Conquest
here, man.
evening.
Now it's gonna be really hard to live up to last time, because last time we
Yeah.
just simply didn't lose, and we've kind of humbled ourselves a little bit this time. And I have to ask you this. So I had the idea to play Agatha Harkness as a bit of a challenge for what we're gonna do now. A deck that I think is actually probably underplayed at the moment. Because it kind of got pushed out by Hella, because Hella's just like an overtly insane point slam deck. And then after Hella went away, it just kind of never came back. But I pretty strongly feel like the card's pretty darn good still, and the deck's pretty darn good still. But do you know why I would have reached out to you and said specifically that we should do an Agatha deck in Infinity Conquest together?
So my guess, and for those of you who are watching, like, who the hell's this guy? We'll get to that.
Maybe not.
When I met Banks in person for the first time, he was with some real life acquaintances, and I don't know if those real life acquaintances have any knowledge or respect for your accomplishments in Marvel Snap. And so certainly at the time, and I think that this is probably still true, you were the only person that I am aware of anyway that beat an Infinity Conquest before the Agatha change with an Agatha deck on stream. And I remember watching it live and be like, if he wins this, that diminishes my opinion of myself, and I really hope that I want him to go far. I'm a huge Binks fan. I hope he succeeds, but I do not want him to win. And then you crushed it And so this is a
took like 20
a tribute
attempts
to that
but
achievement.
we had the time. We had the time to do it. But yeah, that is it. Yeah, when I always thought it was so funny, and my friends still bring it up when you know, the first time that we met, and you just kept talking about.
I was like, shut up, everybody.
Yeah, because I don't know, I never really, like, with my IRL friends, like, I never talk about streaming with them really, which is funny. So it's kind of like a bit of like a shock to them to hear like this person that's very respectable and brought us in to do this very cool stuff with escape rooms, and this very successful person who's just ranting about how I was so good at this video game, which is so funny. So yeah, so I'm excited to get it in, and now you, after today's stream, which it will go well. I was gonna say if it goes well, but it will. We will will this into existence. You will now be able to say that you have won an Agatha Infinity Conquest
thank you. Mm-hmm.
yourself. Let's talk about the deck. We talked about this a little bit privy to being here, but we're kind of set right now on these cards. Like, these cards, I think for sure we want in the deck. I'm very confident that we want all of these cards in the deck, and I don't know exactly what else to do. Now, I had a version of this deck, I think it's still, the name is called Agatha Hawkness, with Darkhawk and Korg and Black Widow, but I don't think that would work, unfortunately, as cool as the name is.
Yeah, so just looking at these cards
Mm-hmm.
and thinking about what kind of Conquest meta looks like right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is really about as strong as an Agatha list could look like. I think that this is real potential, but I would like to be able to go a little bit taller with another 3-card package. And Darkhawk, frankly, might be it, but there might be a better selection of cards. You know, we haven't talked about it. With 3 spots, we very well might want to go 3 very coherent, cohesive, you know, like an Iron Man Mystique or, you know, something like that. Or Iron Man Claw Mystique. However, I want to get, if we can, I want to get Red Guardian in here. And it might take up the Cassandra spot. Maybe I think this deck will do okay against Erishim, but if not, Cassandra we can easily leave in there. But I would say, in my opinion, which is secondary to yours, that Cassandra, I want Red Guardian in, Cassandra Nova, excuse me, on the cusp, and then I don't know what other 3-card package. You began talking Hydration Bob.
I like Hydration Bob. I don't know if we have to do necessarily a package of cards. I think we can. I mean, I think that Agatha just kind of strives on being a point slam style deck. So I think that maybe just adding cards that are good and a little techy kind of fit the bill. Now, as far as tech cards go, I do like the idea of Cosmo. I think the Cosmo works really well at both defending our Agathas and defending our Ebony Blades against potential Shadow King, which I think could be pretty problematic. So that's another 3 that I want to add. I might even, I mean, I'm kind of interested in going like if I was gonna finish this, I think I would go Hydro Bob and Cosmo and kind of keep the curve low, which seems a little weird, but because we have our card advantage with Agatha, kind of a card advantage because we are going to be discarding her, but I don't think that we need to worry about too many like big cards to do. And you know, the biggest problem is looking at the 5-drops. Like, I mean, realistically, like Claw is something we can consider. We can consider say like a Legion or a Lady Deathstrike. We could think about
Lady Deathstrike. So my natural posture for everything whenever I'm on a stream is be like, here's what I would do and why I would do it. Oh, do we have a raid?
Yo, thank you so much for listening for the raid. Trading raids today. I went live with the Bazaar earlier, and then instead got mad for 80 minutes because the thing wouldn't go live, and then I ended up sending it over to Felicity. Thank you so much, Felicity. I appreciate you. If y'all don't know Felicity, go give her a bunch of love. She's one of my favorite members of the Marvel Snap community. There's a lot of great things.
I'll back that up. My picture went away. Are we still hearing me?
Yeah, no, your picture will go away anytime I click out. It's just a weird thing with Discord.
I just want to be like, hey, I making a ton of great points, and just the audio cut out. So in Conquest, specifically, the more you can surprise your opponent, and the more that you can counter kind of popular things, the better off you are. Lady Deathstrike is the queen of this right now. Now, there's you can blow up your own Black Knight, and you've got collateral damage opportunities here, but I think that's a very strong. I like hydration bot. Excuse me, I'm gonna start that sentence over. I like your idea of 3 almost mid-rangey, not necessarily lockstep coherent packages in favor of just 3 great cards, and I think Hydra Bob, Lady Deathstrike, and insert card are worthwhile.
Well, we only have 2 spots left because we're definitely taking Red Guardian. I think we're definitely taking Red Guardian. Over Sable, so yeah, I'm the Lady Deathstrike. It's just like I don't know when we'd play it really, because we're playing it on 6.
That's a good point. The Agatha of it all really. I have normal mode glasses on, and that's not at all what we're talking about here. What about and again, I more experienced than most, but not in Agatha. Is it a common scenario to get to turn 4 and you have missed your Black Knight and you have missed your Sif, and you still have Agatha in your hand and she is playing turn 4 for you?
Yeah.
If so, might I suggest Super Scroll?
The problem is we can't have another 4-drop because of Moon Knight. We can't run any even cards.
Okay. All right.
The only one we do is Ghost Rider because it's so broken.
Understood. I retract everything. That was a very dumb idea.
Scroll is an interesting idea, though. I think it's actually got some legs right now for sure.
Yeah, but for reasons that you just covered, obviously not.
Well, how about this?
We can try the Darkhawk.
I've played the Darkhawk a few times. It just doesn't feel like the Hawk gets strong enough. I guess like the disruption is pretty good, but like I don't know, it's like Black Widow and Korg just feel weird. Let's start here. Let's start with this idea of Cosmo and Hydration Robert. Just kind of go point slam and tech denial essentially with the Cosmo. We'll do a run. If that run fails and we feel like we need to go taller, then we'll readjust. Does that sound fair?
I love it. Felicity's rating us again.
Felicity rated us a second time? Sir, a second Felicity raid has hit the tower? Thank you so much, Felicity, for the second raid. I actually raided you? Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I meant to shout you out and I typed raid. I didn't even pay attention to anyone in chat. Oh my gosh. Well, we're playing ping pong here, Felicity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I definitely did hit raid Felicity. That's so funny. Professional streamer, by the way. Thank you so much for raiding back, Felicity. Should I raid her again as a meme? Like just to be funny?
It's a game of chicken.
It's a game of chicken at this point. Thank you so much. I apologize for that. Thank you. Felicity Queen, just taking care of things. As I'm over here just yapping. All right, is there an avatar you want to use?
Oh Christ. Do you have? Yeah. What's your Agatha?
I don't have any Agatha. I just have the base.
Yeah,
Agatha.
the default is.
I've been waiting for different Agathas.
Again, we'll kind of get to me. I play with the name Gerald Galactus, and
I think so much for the 7 months.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, thank you, Sinestro. That's awesome. I like using a Galactus avatar for misdirection purposes. Now, obviously, the Agatha jig is going to be up pretty quick for a lot of these situations. However, given my name and the fact that you are going to wrong foot every single opponent that you face, Like, oh my god, this is an Agatha list? What's going to happen next? Is it Galactus too? I want that fear in their hearts. I like that avatar for at least this run.
Awesome. I love it. Let's do the Galactus. And any card back you're feeling?
No, I want that. I don't know. Leave it to the chat.
I love the hoodie one, man.
Yeah, here we go.
And of course, we never change the title. Okay, so now that we're about set up, and there's a lot more people here, and Felicity just asked, who the hell are you?
Thank you. Thanks. My name is Nate Martin. And some years ago, I more or less invented escape rooms, as you know them. And I did that for about 10 years, kind of retired. And I love Marvel Snap. I play Marvel Snap so much. I use Gerald of Galactus. Many of you probably run into me on Ladder and Conquest. I am a Conquest specialist now. I have done the Infinity Conquest 16 times successfully, which used to be very big until I learned Revis has done it over 50 times. That son of a bitch.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I feel real strong about my Conquest success.
Can I flex your Wikipedia article?
Yeah, and I do have a Wikipedia page. But I'm also just a huge Binks fan. And so we have escape rooms, and I needed one tested not too far from where I knew Binks lived. He came out with some friends. I embarrassed him in front of his real-life friends by gushing about how big a Marvel Snap fan I was of his stream. And now this is the second time I've joined the stream, kind of, again, as a Conquest-specific thing.
I also bullied him into start streaming, which is pretty cool.
I do stream sometimes. Yes, I do stream sometimes, and I think it's pretty good, pretty fun stuff. While we're here, just to kick things off, because I know, a lot of you, I'm going to start that sentence over. Everyone here came to hang out with Binks and see Binks, and I'm going to deliver. You're going to enjoy it. But right now, you're like, I don't know how I feel about this guy. So just as a fun thing, I'm going to be gifting some subs here.
Let's go!
But it occurs to me that it's going to take me a minute to figure out my payment information. I don't want to flash my stuff on camera. So that's going to happen.
Make sure to chat, otherwise you can't get one. I don't know if that's true.
Oh, yeah, get in there.
But yeah, me and Nate met, he reached out to me via email, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, he had this opportunity to go and help test some escape rooms that he just wanted to meet. And then we just started chit-chatting, and we become really, really good friends, just chatting back and forth. He does live all the way across the country from me, which is kind of rude. But he's come out now another time, and we met up for had a nice dinner together and have chatted. We've talked a lot about streaming. Nate also streams, which I will. And also, his camera will go out. I'm sorry about this. I use an ultra-wide screen. So whenever I click out of the Discord window, it goes away. I've tried to fix it a million times. It just doesn't work. So every once in a while, he's going to go away. And you'll just have to respect his privacy and let that be okay. Yo, thank you so much, Nate the Great Martin! And we got a hype train going. You know what's also awesome is that we have Felicity in the house. You can also check him out. He streams sometimes. Sometimes he streams. Are you gonna stream more? What's going on with that?
Yeah, the trick is, I say I'm retired. I'm semi-retired. I do escape rooms on cruise ships now, and so a lot of the times I'm just on a cruise, and you can't stream anything from a cruise.
Hype train.
So when I'm not streaming, when I'm not cruising and when I'm not traveling, I like to stream, but that's inconsistent sometimes. So yeah, I used to be doing it every day, and then no days, and I just won a couple of conquests. So we'll get back on the horse for sure.
It's a hype train.
Yeah, we're gonna get the hype train song going. I actually might be able to have it set up so I don't close him out as much here, which is good.
It's a hype.
If you want to join on the hype train and get some things going.
Yeah, the question is, have you heard the song? I'm a huge friggin' Binks fan. If you guys want to have a Binks fan competition, I will fight you.
Hype train.
Yo, Crystal Matt, thank you so much for becoming a Binks fan. Thank you. Luxy, thank you for the gifted sub. And thank you, Felicity, for the banger goddamn vocals on this track. So you ready to get into it? You want to talk strategy? What do you think? Anything you want to talk about with what we're doing, or just want to jump in and just fucking?
We're doing.
Rip the
if you're just
Band-Aid
joining us, we got a madness going on. This is an Agatha deck. what is strategy with an Agatha deck? It's going to be madness. I like our list because I do not see anything obvious that we just lose to. With the Cosmo, with the Red Guardian, memory of a goldfish. I can't remember the other things. We are going to be competitive, no matter what we face. We're just at the mercy of the Agatha.
All right, let's get it. Round 1, baby. Infinity Agatha.
Hype train, hype train, hype train. It's a hype.
And Luxie's a friend.
Hype train.
Yeah, I see that.
What's up, Get Wrecked? That is true. You read the,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hype train, hype train, hype train.
I see a couple of things. I see that we have Black Knight and I see we have Lady Sif.
Yeah, what is snapping with Agatha in Conquest? Like,
I want to
this a
snap.
I
100%
don't hate it. I don't hate it. If we were like match 5 and sweat is on the line, but like, yeah, game 1, round 1.
I just think this
Psychologically-
is our best possible start.
It really is. And psychologically, how do you recover from like, all right, I'm sitting down, day before the end of the season, I'm going to play Infinity Conquest. Oh, I got snapped on. Oh, my opponent is a famous streamer. Oh my god, they're playing an Agatha deck. There's nothing they can do. Their brain will be melted. Question, what am I drinking? This is cold brew coffee out of a fancy wine glass that makes me feel fancy.
It's a hype train.
We got the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, can you snap again?
I could try. Where do you like the Lady Sif? I like playing in the Danger Room early, but also we have Ghost Rider in Danger Room.
Yeah, I probably Sif left, but there's just because you got Ghost Rider and you're gonna have the blade anyway.
Hype train.
So, absent those awesome other tools, sure. I also like going over with Danger Room, but I don't think it's
Hype
necessary.
train, hype train.
I hope they're trying to kill this right now. That'd be so fun. Because we already used it.
It's a
Fool.
hype
Oh, and I'm sorry, can we get a collection level check and rank stuff on our phone?
10,000 ranked infinite.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there is little or no matchmaking in Infinite Conquest. So you might be, first of all, you want to know if you're playing an original opponent, but you might be playing somebody that started yesterday or somebody with Jeff Hoogland collection.
What are you thinking here? We can go Blade, we can go Ghost Rider.
It's a hype train.
I probably like Blade. Like, they know you have Blade, so just put that in the Danger Room. Or I guess technically Super. I kind of like Blade into
Hype train. Hype train.
and me, I just got done talking about how great I am at this game. Can that be, what is the current interaction with Shadow?
Just can't be destroyed. So that's why I have Cosmo, is to stop the
Hype train. Hype train.
potential Shadow King. We have to play, so I'm just going to play really fast.
It's a hype train.
I want to set this up to potentially Cosmo this, like, right now.
That's probably fair. So what is a Magic Nova deck? Is this just Surfer?
Probably Surfer, I'd imagine. So maybe you're right. Maybe, I guess there is a chance that we hold the Cosmo.
I absolutely hold the Cosmo. I'm going to run out Black Bolt and just eat what we can.
Then 3 lanes Prophet.
Hype train.
Yeah.
Hype train.
I like it.
It's a hype train.
There you go. How about
Pretty good
that?
hit.
Can you snap again? You want to snap for like a third or fourth time this match?
I wish, man.
Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train.
Grips to check mode. This is Costco brand, Kirkland brand cold brew coffee that I have drinking from a very expensive glass from Saks.
I'm not going to Thanos snap him up. There might be they might retreat here.
I can't believe the idea that they would stay.
No, I mean they might retreat like this turn. Fearing Legion, maybe. I think we just Ghost Rider. Maybe it does, no, we should Silver Sable too.
Is it 6? Yeah, sure.
Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. Hype train. It's a hype
Poor
train.
soul.
Like, is there an argument? Just hear me out. This might be stupid or hubris. Is there any selection of cards in a Surfer list that would beat you mid? And therefore, if there isn't, you don't play the obvious game-winning Cosmo just to hold that information for future games. That might be too cute by half.
Like, Sage is a little scary. They also just have, like, Sarah. Like, they can hand them pretty hard here.
Okay, yeah, okay. Put the Cosmo middle. You've talked me out of it, but for those playing along at home, I think that there's real argument to actually not playing the Cosmo because he's so far ahead here.
May I Red Guardian it?
That's not a bad idea. I like that. I like that more.
That's fine. They must leave, right?
Thank you, Van Helsing, for that tip. I don't know if that's where that came from, but I like that play.
A little scared of Shang. Shang would be 6, 10, 12. This actually beats Shang, right?
And they stayed. I'm interested to see what's
confused.
Coming.
And that's how you get casseroled.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you get casserole. Can we get some casserole emotes in chat?
And he does not know you have Cosmo.
And they don't know I have Cosmo. It's very true. Is Nate just a little low on volume? Can I get an other people check and it's not just them?
They might be right.
Why don't you Cosmo instead of Moon Knight? So we're playing Conquest, right? So we're withholding the information to our opponent that we have Cosmo in our deck. It's a long-term play, thinking that we were so far ahead that game that we're doing well. He's under my mic volume a bit. Cool, I'll raise him.
I am, so in our chat thing, I am 100% game, so it's all you.
Yeah, I got you, man. I don't want to play on chat. I mean, they have Killmonger. I'm just gonna play here. We don't have a way to discard Agatha yet, which is a little scary.
This is what we got. Everybody's
yeah, the hype train song is loud. This is true.
And you know, we are ahead by 4. Our opponent has shown willingness to really play it loosey-goosey, so I'm not too like red alert. We need to win every single game. You don't need to win every single game.
Very true. Yeah, we have the Cosmo. We have great plays around them. We really hope that we win this 50-50. Losing this 50-50 could be a bit tragic. It's tough. But it's the price you pay.
What did they lose?
They lost Forge. Kind of surprised they didn't snap after seeing us whiff our Agatha. I think I would like Black Bolt here better.
Oh yeah. Just rip their surfer.
I always forget that I can play on turn 5. That's funny. Because they're just gonna play Agatha somewhere next turn, which is fine. And a Rouge. Agatha gets played somewhere. Fine.
So you're
should maintain prio here.
You're good at math.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking ahead. Assuming they play nothing on the right. I'd probably run here.
Why?
You think? Did they? Well, because we could. I'm not like religious about it, but.
Oh, it didn't even give me an option to undo enter.
No, Agatha. Basically, because of this, like we don't have a way to stop a very significant.
But we just top deck Cosmo though.
We could just talk deck Cosmo. I'm sorry, Binks. I forgot that you have the ability to call your shot like that. Obviously, people watching at home, you don't want to retreat when you could just summon Cosmo with priority against a Surfer opponent into their Wong lane. That was dumb of me. I'm sorry.
Give me the rest of your cubes, man. I don't want some of them. I want the rest.
Oh man. So what I was going to ask earlier, because I don't play a ton of Surfer, and usually when I win or lose against Surfer, it's a blowout in either direction. What I was just trying to gamify out was how tall can they get right? Assuming that we do stay in and everything kind of plays normally. I'll stop talking so we can see this devastating, sad trombone moment. That is a bunch of power, but you know what isn't? Oh.
Almost got casserole too.
I don't play Hydra Bob, so I've kind of forget about the Bob.
He do be moving. Now, did I think he was gonna move either time? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I did. I actually forgot that the Hydra Bob knew middle, which is probably bad, but you know.
No, the Cosmo on the Wong lane with Agatha on the board. We were fine. We were gonna win every single time.
Math is mostly vibes based when you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm already feeling pretty like no matter how poorly the rest of this Agatha goes, that was a pretty convincing first thing. I think we're on the right track here.
Yeah, we're lucky to have the Cosmo. I mean, like I said, man, when I was saying like I kind of wanted to fit Cosmo on the list, I think Cosmo and Red Guardian are like the two best tech cards. I think this is gonna sound crazy. I think they're better than Shadow King, which sounds insane. But I legitimately think Red Guardian and Cosmo are just better than Shadow King, which I mean, I might just be completely wrong, but it's just in my mind that just makes sense.
No, and I mean, it depends on a couple of variables, but like particularly in Conquest, and I'm speaking now to the audience who watches Binks play ranked 30 out of 31 days a month. Surprising your opponent and or absolutely kneecapping them where it hurts, like in that case the Cosmo, or a surprise Red Guardian, or whatever the last tech card we're talking about. That's how you win. That's how you get 8 cubes from opponents that you snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Did they just snap? That was them?
Yeah, they just immediately snapped.
Well, yeah, what's their collection level and stuff? I mean, I guess you have to act fast with Agatha. I don't know how this works.
No, on turn 1 we're fine.
I probably run here, but I'm cowardly. You guys don't know this about me unless you remember.
We have the Lady Sif, we have Black Bolt Stature. I actually like our hand.
Okay, great, do it.
I'll get a Mill back. Mill sucks, man.
And I'll tell you, Mill players, and I tried it out for a while, they really think very highly of themselves. They got the Yondu in hand, and maybe Misery there too. Oh, you got a black like I don't think you should snap back now, but that's a pretty good top deck.
Chilling. It's a damn good top deck. They could have like Black Knight, Black Bolt stuff that can be pretty obnoxious for us. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Mill players, their brains work differently than the rest of ours, and I this is coming from a player that enjoys some Mill. I just haven't been able to make it work. But whenever I play Mill,
you got a hub Yondu.
I act irrationally. Yeah,
it's really funny.
Rest in peace, your deck.
We don't have to. Well, I guess we should still Lady Sif for Black Knight, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder, do you consider snapping back here at all?
I would consider it, but because why risk it? If your opponent is the type of player to just throw that snap out, well, shit, maybe it's like a clog mill thing. Yeah, with that, I guess let's see where expansion takes us and figure out whether we want to snap back or not. Mill doesn't run any kind of location.
Good cards? No, they don't. They sure don't, Nate.
The disrespect.
We have priority. We can Red Guardian this bishop. It's pretty devastating.
I mean, are we wrong to just Ebony Blade and win mid or left right now?
We'll never be able to Red Guardian this bishop again is the reason I kind of like it.
How many cards are in their hand? I guess that's a fair point, but we only have 2 more turns. We want to play Ebony Blade. It sure would be nice to get Black Bolt out next turn. I think that the Blade is just more tempo that we need.
I like that.
And I guess I would probably put it left too.
Fight against the bishop.
Yeah, that's the words I was looking for. I'm sorry, is that's their Namor?
What the fuck?
Chat, our opponent is
main deck Namor?
Hey, wait, is that the and that's the five? Is that the one that costs? That's the one that costs 5,000 collector's tokens, my friends. Our opponent has a 5,000 crackle.
Truly unhinged.
Put some respect on their name. That's some sick, nasty business right there. I probably just Black Bolt middle. Am I too crazy for that, or do you want to just lock up left lane and fight for power middle? Or sorry, fight for power right last turn.
No, I think we need to fight for both. I like Black Bolt middle a lot. This is so hard unless they Shadow King.
And frankly, even if they... Yeah, I think you probably got it here.
They have Prio here. Goliath is scary. But if they don't have Goliath or
so
Cosmo...
Goliath is that puts them at 16 power, right? Let me just do some math here.
Mm-hmm.
If they Goliath, you actually lose... Ghost Rider stature is not big enough against Goliath. But I guess what is? Is there another line that beats Goliath here?
I do not think so.
And I would switch that order just in case of Negasonic Teenage Warhead nonsense.
Yo, we're playing around Negasonic?
You always play around it. And then how smart do we look whenever that happens? There's no reason not to.
We're out here playing around Negasonic.
And our opponent is cooking. We can expect nothing. They have every card in their deck as an option right now. They could play...
Don't get your Ghost Rider clogged.
Oh, that's a consideration.
Why order? I don't... We initially switched the order. So Ghost Rider itself is 18 points.
I'll say
they don't have White Widow. Send it.
We are the future.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either.
I mean, we can't play around that. I mean, we can leave.
That was, we won if it hit Lady Sif, we won if it hit Green Goblin.
We did, didn't we?
Because Green Goblin brings us to tiebreaker. So that was a 1-3 for them to win.
I don't... That's a bummer that we lost that, but we only lost 4 cubes. There's a real argument to snapping back. We didn't. And in terms of play, I mean, obviously we can be results oriented. I don't think that there was any single play there that was quote unquote wrong.
Yeah, because they moved the Green Goblin. This is what? This is 17. We're plus 7. I'm pretty sure we win if they pull either other card. So we just lost a 1-3. That's okay. You just have to take those on the nose. Gonna play Silver Sable left. I think this is just a snap on one Andrew.
Yeah.
Is my call here.
And given... For me, this is very subjective. For me, off stream, I'm just playing to win and make good use of my time. I consider Infinity 1 and Infinity 2 a lot more flexible than 3 and 4. And so if we were Infinity 5, I would maybe like, let's have a conversation. What should we do? It's just Infinity 2. Let's keep the train moving, I think is the right play. And then, you know,
we are so good at drawing Black Knight on turn 2.
I would say if Agatha, or no, we get turn 3, right? Is this a snap?
This is the same setup we had last time.
I would say okay, because
we get a free snap.
Yeah, exactly. So, chat, what we just said without saying out loud is our turn 1 snapping Andrew. If we didn't have Vesuvius, we probably would snap back at them now. This is basically the nuts. But we don't have to do that right now because they're certainly going to stay in through turn 5 anyway. There's our pig. Great.
You just keep spider-hamming. Did they forget that we're Agatha?
And the Ghost Rider? Yeah, I like that.
Just about the easiest thing. Pop the Widow's Kiss.
Yep.
They might have armor or something, but...
Clear for takeoff.
That said, are we just cooked left?
I think we play Cassandra Nova left to just make their next draw one less power.
Yeah, I don't know if I hate it. We got 2 more turns to lock it up.
Because like what anything else, we're kind of just spending a resource on a lane we're losing, no matter what. Like if they play one more power, stature does nothing. They spent a lot of resources there.
This is a Titania.
So their Scar is not online. I'm kind of scared about tech. They have Shadow King, but I don't know if they can afford Shadow King.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anything other than just rip and Ghost Rider right.
Are they going to Magento right?
I mean, if they Magento right, you still are likely to win middle.
Kind of. It can pull these two.
I mean, it also has Nova to pull from.
We can Rider Cosmo. Rider Cosmo is pretty impossible to lose, I think.
Wait,
I think
Ghost
Rider...
extra mana. You have the extra... yeah, okay, yes. I
can't functionally figure out how they beat this, except for Shang-Chi
a
right,
crazy Magneto thing. Step back? Question mark?
Yeah,
like, are we that confident?
I think we put everything on the line here.
I'm comfortable with that.
Cosmo mid in case they have Shadow King. Yeah, if it pulls exactly Blade Sif out of the 5 cards it can pull. But, I mean, we just take that risk. It is just Magento, right? So they have to get an absolutely deranged combination of hits. Exactly Ebony Blade, Lady Sif. Okay.
Victory.
And, you know,
Cosmo
not
Sif
for nothing.
doesn't.
Whenever our opponent runs Namor with the ultimate skin and the crackle, it's hard to feel too bad. It's hard to not root for them at some level.
Oh yeah, Cosmo Blade would have got us too. Spooky.
Yeah, guess it would have. Better lucky than good.
Better lucky than good. Okay, so now we're ahead. It's good. Maybe we should, I mean, I don't know. We did call out that play. I don't know if it was worth it to Cosmo that. Maybe it was. I mean, we still don't know if they have Shadow King. I mean, their deck is deranged, though. They have a really deranged deck. It's like a Psycho Mill Scar. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Did you snap back? Did I see that UI right?
No.
Okay.
It's snap turn 1 Andrews. We have found.
Okay.
For time. I bet we're gonna draw Black Knight on 2, man. We've been really good at that.
You're really good at that, yeah. And Cosmo whenever you need it.
It was a 50-50 on the Cosmo, to be fair. You actually would have like Ghost Rider mid instead of Blade mid. You could as soon as you... we couldn't get wrecked because there was a Widow's Kiss there. I would have liked to do that too, but we were unable to.
You got... Is there... Because... Just hear me out. Because you've got Black Knight in hand and Agatha's no longer Agatha, do you want to Nova this turn and then Black Knight Sif next turn?
Yes, we do. It's a much better play. I forgot that they keep Spider-Hamming our pig for no reason. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's very weird.
And I am
Kiss destroys itself when Ghost Rider do. Oh, that was the first time I'd ever seen it happen, so it's good to know for the future.
I'm deeply curious what their last 2 cards are. That'd be very useful to know if they have a Shadow King or not. My gut tells me Armor would fit very nicely into this list, and one of those 2 cards we haven't seen is Armor.
I like Black Knight here, so that the Kiss pops.
Oh, definitely Black Knight. Just where do you want to put?
here so that because we're gonna Ghost Rider right next turn because of the vault, almost assuredly.
Love it. I don't even.
I kind of like this to set up to pop the Widow's Kiss.
Yeah, I'm into it.
They might get Prio here if this is more than 5.
Here's Namor.
It is Namor indeed. I think they might try and Goblin us to stop Ghost Rider.
I don't even think that they're going to Goblin you to stop Ghost Rider. I think that just Goblin's a very natural play. So I think Ebony Blade is what you have to do. And for those of you watching at home,
it could also Scar.
Does Scar get? Does Scar beat you?
Scar beats us, yeah. Scar gets him to 13. This gets us to 12. I think Ghost Rider, I think.
Okay.
I think playing a Goblin there is crazy. Playing a Goblin would pop the Kiss because they have priority. Good calls. Good calls. They snapped on us. Do you want to snap back at this point?
No, I don't, because turn 1 Andy might not be thinking at the level you're thinking about. They might be like, it's turn 5, I'm going to play Goblin, and it's, okay, we win. Chad is right, you're right, but don't level yourself, as it were, by outthinking what your opponent's actually thinking. That was not the case here. We are very good. Now do you snap back? Is that too boomerang? It doesn't matter.
Snap doesn't matter, yeah.
It's the last turn.
The retreaters stay.
Don't listen to it.
I'm really happy I made that change. That was tough.
No,
I think we just ripped the Ebony Blade middle. I just don't see how they beat it.
I love it.
I don't think they do either. Oh yeah, Magento. God, why do I keep forgetting about this card?
You still win.
Don't snap because Bob moves. Ah, that's a good point too. Hey, that's 2 wins, Nate. That makes our win streak playing together 12 wins in a row.
It's just that easy, folks.
Simply just that easy. Wait. Why did that look cursed? I feel like there was like spelling mistakes. I don't know. I haven't played Agatha in so long. It's so funny. I played Agatha quite a bit until she became like a meta card, and then I literally just dropped her like a bad habit. I feel like I do that a lot.
Question, Nate, have you voted yet? I live in Washington State, and Washington State has some excellent vote. Like, they just send you your ballot, you send it in. It's about as easy as anything else. I voted what feels like 6 months ago.
Go vote. Make a plan to vote.
Yeah, or live in a state that has
places,
awesome, like, mail-in stuff.
A lot of places will let you register there, even if you didn't register already, as long as you have 2 forms of identification, one of which has your current address. Go vote, whoever you're going to vote for. Make sure your voice is heard.
That's awesome. That whole shtick would not have occurred to me. That is... Oh.
Okay, Battle 3. I'm feeling great, man.
Yeah.
We've just kind of absolutely cooked the last 2 people.
And so, for those of you who do not do a ton of Conquest, whenever you play, particularly Infinity Conquest, and you go against 5 opponents, you need to be... Okay, so normal good-ish opponent. You need to have the ability to beat your opponent into the ground. You can't retreat your way out of this. And as crazy, ridiculous as this Agatha deck looks, it has the tech to, I think, defeat, or at least have a fighting shot against virtually anything, and it's proven true with the past 2 games.
Where do you vote for Binks? Don't vote for me, man. I don't want to be the fucking president. That job would suck ass. I have to deal with a bunch of people in Twitch chat yelling at me about what I do now. I feel like the president gets that multiplied by literally 1,000,000 times.
I recommend everyone.
Too many times.
Yeah, everyone in chat, if you've got your state representative, not your U.S. representative, your state representative, and they're just the only person on the ballot, and they're going to win by 99% of the vote, and that vote doesn't matter, perhaps write in Binks for your local state rep, and if we get enough right.
Don't do that. Take voting seriously.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They're going to show off. We haven't had this pretty Agatha be on the board yet, man.
This is very timely. I was just talking about being able to defeat your opponent. This discard list has Dracula in it, and having Red Guardian in your list against this list makes me feel very comfortable.
Oh my god. They just discarded all of their hand and then just got to replace it.
Hey, better lucky than good.
Man, Black Knight kind of just doesn't do anything now. I guess maybe
Right.
if we get a Sif, we can get on the Black Bolt, but I mean, a 4/7 blade is quite a nothing burger.
Yeah,
I don't even want.
We're not playing
really play
Guardian.
Moon Knight.
The only thing I feel strongly about is to not play Red Guardian.
What do you think about just stuffing the Cosmo left? Just saying we win that lane. Oh, because that might Dracula that lane. I'm just gonna play
Yeah.
Stature, I guess. And these both had the same power-ish. Let's just go right. I get Black Knight down too.
Sure.
Michael.
Somebody suggested this is a good line. I did not think about this until after I read it in chat. Cosmoing left, knowing that we last turn, because we probably weren't going to take priority this turn to stop a Modok, probably was a pretty good line. That said, if they Modok here, they're probably not going to be able to get over the top of whatever we do. What? Oh, Jesus.
I know.
Okay, so now maybe Cosmo left, I guess, is my... I think there's an argument to do that.
Yeah. I don't mind it. Maybe just throw a Black Bolt on top of it.
And then last turn... Yeah, it looks good to me.
Top deck... Wait, we already have Stature down. So we always top deck Sif. So next turn's probably like Sif Red Guardian right. And then we hope that that's enough.
Yeah,
I don't see how this Morbius gets big enough.
it definitely
Does have
does.
Scorn.
I guess how many cards do they have in their hand?
4.
Yeah, if I'm them, the very natural play is to Mobius middle, because they have to win middle and right. And Mobius...
Modok middle?
Thank you, Modocking. Modocking right is a true deranged play. I think that if they make the most logical play with Modok in their hand, they're going to Modok left. If they do that, what you've done here is enough power, question mark?
The problem is they have a big Scorn.
So you're going
So
up
if they
to
play
10.
they play Modok middle, Scorn right, I don't think we beat it.
Well, they have the mana for that, of course. How big is their Scorn?
We discarded it twice. It's 6. We would tie
They go
right.
to 17. They go to 17. They go down to 15. You go up to 15.
Reddington would tie.
I think you would win tie. I think that this is worth staying in. I think this line is worth playing and staying in, but I would not snap on this.
I also would not snap on this. You think you would lose tiebreaker? I mean, they're only discarding if they do that 2 cards.
We ain't losing tiebreaker. It's just a matter
We're stopping
of
the Dracula.
GG.
Nice. Ooh, you just got Red Guardianed. God, what a card, man.
Yep.
What a card.
Victory.
Mad Mathis says maybe you get out and keep Red Guardian hidden. There's a real argument for that. I don't know if I disagree with the 2 cubes that we just won, but if we were a little less confident, of course there's a real argument to getting out, saving your cubes, and not showing your scissors to their Dracula paper.
I think it was lose tiebreaker by exactly 1 to score in Modok.
There's no way you were ahead by 50 points on the left. I can't believe that would have been true.
Because the Morbius would have gained 4. They would have gained 8 middle. We only had 2 middle. They would have gained 2 on the They would have gained 2 on the Meek.
Somebody in chat, Gar Saxon. Oh, I remember. I see Gar Saxon from the Alliance. Yeah, the remaining 2 cards for sure are Modok Apocalypse. We could take that to the bank.
I should have run. Damn. I hate that on the turn 2 you get locked into this weird situation where you can't really run.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Surely you want Cassandra left or right. Sorry, I'll start that sentence over.
Yeah,
Surely you want Cassandra right.
I think getting Mojo World started is smart. I probably should have retreated there. That's a misplay on me. Oh, good girl. Clever girl, Agatha.
Palma Beer says Nate needs to be a regular addition. How can I gift subs to target? This person already subs. Palma Beer, you're a mensch.
Palma Beer is great. We love Palma Beer. We love Nate being on the broadcast.
This was a lot of fun. I'm hope that I am providing half of the entertainment you guys are getting from the entertainment I'm getting from being here.
You just go for this like right away with the Drac? Or with the Red Guardian?
So they can't stop your Red Guardian. It's a matter of mana efficiency. I kind of like being most mana efficient and Ghost Rider bobbing this turn because you can Red Guardian at your convenience.
Okay, so I like Ghost Rider right, and then it's either going to be Hydra Bob or Cosmo, or yeah, either Hydra Bob or Cosmo that it's right alongside of this.
So you have not snapped because I'm thinking about the Hydra Bob moving. Maybe you put Hydra Bob mid, and then I'm worried about if you put him right, and then you can't snap because he'll move.
What if we play Ghost Rider right, Hydra Bob mid, we snap, and then Hydra Bob chooses which side he wants to go?
Oh my god, no, I don't like that because I will get a heart attack. Maybe Hydra Bob right, and we don't. This man.
You're doing great here, man.
You won't need this anymore.
All right, so I think we just maybe throw right now. Excuse me. Left. Thank you. I'm a little sad with the okay, there you go. So now question, how big can they get middle? We do not have priority to stop anything. I don't know if we can get big enough. How many cards do they have in their hand? What did they have in I'm paying poor attention.
Discard Calling Wing.
Do they have swarms?
No, swarms show up. I think they had APOC, because he said I'm coming for you.
I'm sorry, I can't see on the UI actually how many cards are in their hand.
Oh, sorry. They have 2 cards in hand. They have APOC and a top deck. Or was it Scorn in a top deck?
And we know it's a big APOC.
They can move Meek as well.
If I'm them, I think this is a run. I think this is a run because you can't get bigger than them mid, and there's no way to like. I think this is a pretty clear run.
Tough. That one's on me. I probably shouldn't have snapped with the Bob.
No, it's good content. And then separately for chat, discard comes and goes from the meta, and sometimes it is strong, sometimes it is not strong. One of the inherent weaknesses of discard is it really telegraphs its last turn. Even whatever flavor your opponent is playing, or you as a discard player is playing, your opponent kind of knows exactly what your reach is. And so in that situation, whether we played right or wrong or snapped right or wrong, that's up for debate. But we know that they have an APOC of a certain size and whatever of a certain size, and so we can make the perfect play, and that's just a weakness in the discard archetype that exploit if you can.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of fell short there. I think, obviously, like, not having the Black Knight hurt a little bit. Oh, hello, Stature. It's nice that we get our Statures for free this game. I think I'm also playing Cast left.
Yep. I like it.
Doing some pretty solid deck affliction here.
Now hang on. Is there an argument to
just kill this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
There's
I
definitely an
probably
argument.
do that. I think I probably do that, but
It's nice to get that card out of the way.
yeah, they just do nothing. Yeah, it feels good.
I'm not that scared of Collector. I feel like Collector used to be very scary, and now it's just doesn't really scale nearly as much. There's also an argument that we should have just Moon Knighted to get rid of our Agatha, which I didn't really think about enough. Because stuff like that happens.
Thanks, Agatha. Well, Dracula on Shuri's lab is not.
Yeah, can we get? Oh, can you guys tell, like, because I'm pretty sure Mysterio doubles on Shuri's lab, even though it's flipped, but Dracula just gets 2 and then whatever power, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case.
For those of you playing at home, don't play Dracula on Shuri's lab as a general rule. I think that's a mistake, and they should have gone to Citadel, unless that they're now going to play a Morbius.
Don't worry, they just play MODOK right, and then we stop it. It's just that easy, man.
Can you believe how smart and talented? He didn't even talk about it. We didn't even talk about it. It's like, let me just read the mind. Holy crap. Now, hang on.
I think I gotta retreat. I don't have much time. I think we just have to retreat.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
They might retreat too, though. Snap
That's
move
crazy.
the Bob.
So, yeah.
We already retreated. I just didn't have time. I mean, they could retreat here too. Snap with the Bob's a 50-50.
That's a real gutsy play. Maybe, yeah, maybe if we knew that our opponent was, Jesus Christ returned to the Earth, there's a real argument of putting all our chips in the middle with Agatha right and Snap Bob Boov, because can they even get bigger than 10 power mid with a single card? I don't know if they can. But this is Binks, and when you're at my point, this is Binks.
Morbius middle could be, but they've only discarded like 1 card. They can't really do too much more. Just out their big discard. They might run here. I mean, I think there's a very honest chance they run. They might not even be thinking that we can't even control our play. I'm not sure. By the way, chat, we're gonna hit an ad here, so I apologize, but we're gonna run it right now so that we get in maybe by the end of next game.
Escaped.
Yeah, the locked-in nature of Conquest is probably difficult for professional streamers like you that have to order these things. And sorry, somebody in chat asked if I was playing the Bazaar. I have not played the Bazaar yet, but anything that has that level of dev time is probably pretty decent.
Damn. I think we might miss Agatha discard twice in a row. I think last game we definitely misplayed by not playing the Moon Knight. We could even played Moon Knight right, and it would have been fine. We would have had to like discard exactly the swarm to make it work.
I would agree. The nature of Agatha not giving you any time kind of sucks.
Yeah. I don't want to draw cards. Certainly not opposed.
All right, I'm going to be a better player now. Apocalypse has gone down once.
The 3-brain conquest run. It's very funny. You have a lot of people.
You know what? I don't hate that.
Yeah, she's fine. You do your thing, girl. And we get the draw.
You get the draw. All right, we got a 16 power Apocalypse.
Might even get like Black Knight Sif. I just want to stuff it all middle.
I like it.
They have no Dracula. I also kind of want to snap.
Well, if you do that, be aware of your Bob movement. I don't
go Bob right.
The thing is, if a very likely play for them, perhaps, is just a naked Dracula middle. Can you beat a naked Dracula middle and then a MODOK somewhere else last turn?
We could Cosmo snipe it potentially.
Fair. I think you're going to have priority on this last turn. I don't disagree with the play at all. I'm just thinking about whether snapping is smart.
I think we need to get back in the game. And this game, they missed Dracula on 4. If they had Dracula last turn, they would have had it. So they would have had to top deck it exactly this turn. That's 20% chance.
Snap.
Let's make them have the top deck. We have to Lady Sif, or Saxon. Because otherwise we just Agatha next turn, which could be really bad.
Oh, well, mid feels pretty good, and then Ghost Rider. Yeah, I think you're in a good spot here.
Don't have priority though, so we can't Red Guardian this Morbius. A little unfortunate. We're actually kind of stuck in a weird spot. Because
surely you just want to just Ghost Rider and win.
That would be ideal. Because Proxima always goes middle, which is good for us.
So yeah, the most power that they could possibly add to the left. Yeah, I think it's just play the Ghost Rider card in the left lane and collect your cubes. I can't think of a different play that wins more times. Or put different. What cards could they have? I guess the APOC is 16. I mean, do they have the balls to just put down a naked Apocalypse?
Yeah, APOC is 16.
So I guess you do lose on point. That's a hell of a read. I don't know.
I almost want to go right with it.
I support it. If I am them, oh man. This is, by the way, this is what Binks is pretty good at. This kind of thing, of reading the mind of a 50-50 situation. Where if they're going to play their APOC, where is it going to be? So yeah, I support. It's going to be Ghost Rider. I think just whatever lane you think they're not going.
Move my Bob. Why would you move my Bob?
Well, if that's the case, do you want to then go left? Because
then
Bob is
You won't need this anymore.
Congratulations on your.
Thanks for the extra cube, man.
So not is it 5 cubes? You're gonna get 5.
That was so nice of them.
I'm coming for you.
Either play one. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they thought they could win. Maybe they're just playing around the blade.
Yeah, it's a very logical thing for them to do. I'm not going to say that they're dumbasses for doing that, but that's what they were doing.
Move Bob to stop Ghost Rider. If it worked like that, that would be smart. Fortunately for them, it does not. Yeah, it just
so much fun. Thank you for having me on your Agatha Conquest.
Thanks for being here, man.
It's such a blast.
We have fun here.
Nice time. Chad, are you enjoying Agatha three-brain or three-headed ogre? Cards cost 1 less. This favors. Who does this favor?
I don't know.
Chad, in the classic Agatha discard matchup, who do you think Elysium favors more?
I don't know. I have Black Knight Lady Sif. I don't really give a shit.
That's well said.
The only problem, wait, actually, if we play Moon Knight next turn, we might be cooked because it would discard our Lady Sif, and then we would have no way of doing it. Come on, Agatha, my queen, Agatha. Oh, you dumb bitch, you dumb bitch. Wait, this is disastrous.
Oh no. Oh dear.
And it got sandbarred hilariously. No, wait, we just Ghost Rider the Sith. We're Gucci. Well, okay. Wait, do we even?
We don't have a huge blade. Well, I think that's worthwhile. Having a 5-mana. Well, hang on. Now maybe you're not wrong. Maybe we don't.
I think we just hit end turn and we play Agatha on 5, and then we.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's slowing down for a second. I think that's the correct play. And then drawing Red Guardian. Do you think you have that ability in you?
I would hope so.
Now that said, they have perhaps smartly played Dracula and Meek in the same lane, so you're doing a little bit of a 50-50 business.
I love that it makes the sound. I think we just stuff this lane. Oh, well, I mean, we know they don't have tech, because, like, the idea behind that would be because we're a bit scared of that. So maybe middle is just better?
Yeah, I like it mid.
It was a big game. A very big game.
The question is Gambit. They definitely do not have Gambit. Although they are playing discard, we know the only unrevealed card on their deck tracker is definitely Apocalypse. They do not run Gambit.
They have none Gambits. Isn't that a bit of a bitch?
Now I think I like getting. Well, I mean, Cosmo. Where are they most likely to play?
Immediately, this is where I'm thinking.
I like it.
But it's basically the same amount of power. This is 9. Right?
Bob's not moving.
There's also an I just don't think.
I like just throwing left.
You like Cosmo? Where do you like Cosmo?
What I forget what you threw on the board. It was correct. Like it's yes, that I think is the most wittingest.
I'm coming for you.
What you got? Yes! Wait. 2 scoring hits right, we lose? It has to be 2, though. Okay, nice. We got him. Wait. Actually, the Meek... Yes!
Victory.
Last card not shown in the deck tracker. It's because they hadn't played Apocalypse out of hand yet. Woo!
Do you I asked this last time, I don't remember the answer. Do you give smart and talented lessons that people can purchase for like a subscription or?
Just gotta watch or subscribe to Binks and go on the YouTube channel.
Can you even believe it, folks?
13 wins in a row, Nate. It's pretty good, man. Scored. All right, it's getting a little real. It's really nice they gave us the storm because there weren't enough insane storm variants in the game.
It's ridiculous. Speaking as somebody that plays Conquest and gets all this shit for like automatically, can I have something else? Can we like? There are, correct me if I'm wrong, but like there are other comic books.
Hundreds
out there, right?
of other cards.
They print comic books with art of characters that could maybe not be Storm or. I mean, they are all sick. To be clear, I'm not like poo-pooing the stuff, but like, let's mix it up, shall we?
Let's mix it up, man. Let's get weird. Boom. I mean, that Storm is a good one. It's just there's so many other good Storm. It's a great Storm variant. She just has so many good variants. It's like, all right, another one in the fucking pile. Keep shoveling it in there.
I'm half surprised they're not just throwing more Ghost Spider variants. I guess we're not getting them for free.
Woo.
Can I get a collection check on stuff on our opponent? Man, we're not getting lucky here. Okay, you know, it's really nice whenever you... Well, nice. Not for your opponent. Whenever you play somebody that's 800 collection level, max rank 29, we're getting the heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
So, minor, kind of just thinking out loud where we are so far. We have no idea what our opponent is playing, of course, but with Central Park, the value of Red Guardian has gone down. And that's just something that I'm thinking about. How smart is Agatha here?
Opponent snapped.
That was them? What was you?
It was them. I'll always tell you when I snap. Except I'll ask. Sometimes I'll ask you if I should snap.
And then do it. But you will at least say something.
You talking? Yeah, I'll certainly say something.
And the thing is, like, I'm just so I'm so back-footed with Agatha. I don't know how this works. So do you just stiff and/or Moon Knight right, and then hope for Ghost Rider, or what do you do? Do you leave? What are you thinking?
It's a great question. I'm not quite sure. I actually kind of like Moon Knighting because it gets our stature online, so we can play 3-drop stature if we don't get.
And you get information from them and potentially screw up their plan. I like it.
I think we stand. We're fine here.
And they're playing. And what did we lose from them?
Zhangqi Wolverine. Looks like Destroy.
Yep.
We have Cosmo.
Yeah. Do you?
I guess
I'm playing Cosmo mid-special, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Wait, now before you lock that in, do you snap back? Okay.
I like snapping here. If we're gonna show the Cosmo, we should be snapping, right?
I like it, and
I think it's a disservice to us to utilize this card without making them pay. Piper.
I agree.
God damn it, dude. Cosmo has been so fucking good. I cannot overstate how happy I am that we decided to go with Cosmo.
How does Venom work with Cosmo? Do you have any idea? Oh, sorry, Deathlock. How does he work? Does he do anything? He doesn't appear that he does anything.
Doesn't do shit, brother.
Doesn't do shit, brother. All right, so right lane belongs to you. Do you want to like diff middle?
I'm kind of scared about left. I feel like I can't play anything because we have to get ready to potentially top deck Ghost Rider 1 and 3.
Okay, I think that Sif middle then is there's no reason to not Sif middle. And I agree with holding your Sable.
Yeah, Skillmonger gets scary. It's true. Skillmonger to death is quite scary.
You don't have any other lines. Like, this is just objectively the correct play, right?
I want the throne.
Man. Oh, the mighty
so
have fallen.
If they do death, they're adding 24. So go to 38.
I believe we have to leave. Death is free. Or
is it?
Maybe one off of being free. Death is 1.
They killed 6.
6 squirrels and a bob. Okay, so 1 cost. Let's just go through the motions.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't have any points. We didn't fucking draw Ghost Rider. That was our big problem. I was really hoping we would catch them with something more important with the Cosmo. Yeah, they never null here, so it's got to be 1 cost death. Some combination of cards. I imagine they play the death middle. We can never beat it. And then they have 5 energy, and we can only go up 3 energy here, right? I just think we're in an essentially unwinnable position.
I'm inclined to agree.
Which sucks.
Yeah. For those watching at home, if Binks was a lesser player, or we knew for a fact that like our opponent was just super good, like I don't know, Lambie, for just pulling out of my butt. There's an argument to letting it ride there and forcing them to have those particular cards. If they don't, we win, and we likely lose, but we can get those cubes because Binks is Binks. Because we're going to make the right decisions. We don't know that our opponent is better than us. We can grind out these remaining 6 cubes better than we might otherwise be able to.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as they have death, we just lose, right? So that's 75% of the time they're going to have that card.
Yeah.
And I think the snap was indicative of them having Killmonger death. Damn, dude. The Killmonger fuel is out of control.
Now, okay. With Black Knight Sif, do you just go?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the right move here.
Now, the problem is we could fall behind, but with Silver Sable, I think that's unlikely. Getting Black Knight and Silver Sable out, usually we're going to have enough points to be ahead so that we can get the Black Knight to trigger. Maybe we should have Silver Sabled first, knowing that she would assuredly play out.
Now we're good. I think that you're going to have Prio. You can play Sif. You're not going to be in a better position than this. Of course, it's a bummer that...
Should we snap threaten Cosmo left?
Not only... it's not even that I think that you should snap threaten Cosmo left. I think that you're just ahead. I think that with your hands and... I think that that's...
Even if they kill these cards, which sucks.
Yeah.
That's fine. They're going to play around Cosmo left with this snap or leave. Both of which are good options. Yeah, so they played Killmonger middle, scared of our Cosmo left, which we threatened. Which they top decked, by the way.
They top decked, yeah.
We know they have Shang-Chi. So Ghost Rider is kind of a last turn card. So I think that the way that we're winning this game is going Ebony Blade into Ghost Rider, or into Black Bolt into Stature Ghost Rider, and then hopefully get Hydra Bob to give us some support along the way. That's
I completely agree, and yes, it does. The real flying by the seat of your pants is where you're doing this in the various lanes, and your guess is going to be better than mine.
I like just competing middle here, right's stagnant. I like being ahead to always threaten Cosmo on them, which is just annoying as shit. Wow!
Copy death.
Absolute fucking peace. Man, I wish they had priority here. Actually, if they don't play the death, this should hit it. Right?
Fair. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
It'd be really funny
Feels
if they
like
didn't.
They played it.
I definitely need to.
So we're in it for all the marbles here, folks. Like, this is like it's. Fortunately, they can't play. They have no extra mana here. They have a 16 power Deadpool. And
Was it 16? It was 10, right?
That you might be right.
It was 2. There was 1, then 2, then they made it 5, and then they hit it for 10.
Okay, Chad agrees. We'll call it 10.
We have so much power output. It's crazy.
Yes. The thing is, so do they. Do you like going heavy in 2 of the lanes, or do you like spreading around?
I think they're going to play a big card right. I kind of like going hard middle and left. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a thumb. That you not looking. I gave a thumbs up. This is where you are a better player than me, and I have to defer to you entirely.
The problem is, does this beat Zola left? Does. If they play Null, they're for sure playing it left, but I think we just outpower Null. We'll see. Nice!
Nice!
Victory.
Yeah, they could try and snipe a Shang-Chi, but I mean, if they Shang-Chi this, we would just all laugh together. Have a great time. We would just giggle our way all the way home. That Black Bolt was so fucking clutch, dude.
Yeah, it was. It was.
That Black Bolt was incredibly clutch.
For those of you watching at home, there's a real argument to playing your Conquest games with just net decking and just using what works. But when you don't, and you got your own cook, like, well, this is the extreme end of that. Like, how can you know like that Black Bolt is coming? You don't, and so I think it's
always play this.
Probably fair to say that, yeah, we're still in this because our opponent did not play Death, and they didn't play Death because they did not see. Oh, thank you, friggin' Central Park.
Every single game, they've had so much fucking Killmonger fuel. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Every game, they've had Killmonger fuel. Oh, no. They have Prio. If they snap, we have to run here against Killmonger, I think.
Opponent snapped.
You're cool with that?
Yeah.
Our Moon Knight doesn't even work anymore. Now it's a 50-50. It's a fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster, my guy.
Escape.
It's so bad.
Somebody in chat, you did this. I don't know what bad karma you executed earlier today, but you made this happen and you should feel bad.
Garsaxon, the reason that they played Killmonger is because we forced them to by snapping and threatening Cosmo that they know that we had, so they couldn't play left. So we actually forced them into playing out the Killmonger.
Yep.
Next level shit.
Thank you for having the courtesy to recognize that you have screwed up and bailing. No, just kidding. We are an inclusive community here at Binks Plays, and we're super... Anyway, I'm super glad to have everybody. All right, now...
Thanks for only speaking for yourself.
Yeah, don't have Central Park. Can you do that one time? Just not have Central Park?
Where do you want to play this Black Knight?
Not
I kind of want to take this... Oh, well, you're right.
Because it's going to die. It's going to be Killmongered, and let's save that power for a not one drop.
Yeah, but we kind of want priority. But I guess we'll probably have it here. I mean, Agatha can do whatever the fuck she wants. Well, we can snap that off. That's actually not that big of a deal. All things considered.
Yeah, and Agatha would have been happy to put Black Knight there anyway, so that's cool. That puts them in an awkward position. I am not snapping here, but like they're also feeling a little bit unmoored.
I mean, they passed turns 1 and 2 as the destroy deck. That is. Do
you want to snap? I don't hate snapping here.
I think that if you do that as a destroy player, you are in a horrific losing position.
Yep.
It also clears our middle.
The only thing to be thinking about, and now I'm not saying don't snap. I think snapping was correct. Okay, they're not. But Bob's going to move out. If they later snap, we have to be aware of him popping back into the space throne. That's a non-factor. They drew crappy, so that's all we need. GG, go next. But that was on my mind.
And we were going to take our trigger here to move before the Bob moves to get rid of that RNG.
I felt good about that snap and was sorry to see him leave because we were in a good spot.
I have a very strong opinion that anytime you snap before turn 6 and your opponent leaves, it is just a purely good thing. You should always be happy about it. I think a lot of people will get scared when they're ahead on like turn 4 or 5 and snap, and they'll let their opponents play back into the game too often. And that is a bad thing.
I would agree with that. Particularly in Conquest, because the cubes matter. You can't get this back.
This is one of the absolute worst.
You just put Cosmo in the middle lane and win the game.
Location. Yeah. It's all we can do. Titan is really bad with Agatha.
Opponent snapped.
What do you think?
They snapped? That was them?
Yeah.
Did they... I'd probably leave.
Escaped.
This is rough.
I don't know if they're smart.
Is doing exactly...
I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but when you snap an Agatha deck on 2 or 4, it is the fucking worst thing in the world, dude. It is legitimately the hardest thing in the world when you get snapped on as an Agatha player on turn 2 or turn 4. Sif wouldn't even work. It would be a 1 and 3. Titan's one of the worst locations for Agatha.
We're getting location screwed, number 1. In this matchup, our opponent is drawing well, number 2, and frankly, they're exerting excellent, like their snap and retreat behavior has been unimpeachable. So it's just we're in a rough spot. That's at these locations. I don't know broadly, but they suck for null. What does that feel like? Carnage?
Brother, you've got to be fucking with me, man.
So what is there an argument to Moon Knight? Like what do you want to hit if you Moon Knight right now?
Well, we get 50-50 if we Moon Knight, which is really scary.
Oh, okay, then just Sif. I'd say yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Carnage as advertised.
+0 on null, Pog.
At least X23 didn't go right. That would have been a very natural how do you do for them?
So we know they have Shang.
I don't hate the thing with Sean. The null changes the math, but if you Ghost Rider left and they Sean, they're not adding power. They're adding 0 power, and they're removing your resurrected Agatha.
We go to 1.
But you're ahead. So I don't hate Ghost Ridering left and figuring it out. And then next turn,
yeah, we'll try it.
The Black Bolt.
I'm coming for you.
The proverbial nightmare scenario is they are able to Shang-Chi next turn and somehow also have the mana for null and moving around right turn. So you don't have priority, but you can get
Do I want priority?
I think you do. You're not running Shang-Chi. You're not running. I think that Black Bolt middle is the correct play.
The only thing is like Killmonger or Hydra Bob is what I'm scared of a little bit, but I feel like Killmonger on 6 is pretty unlikely.
I think you're happy if he's Killmongering on 6. Honestly, I think he's going to Killmonger this turn.
I think they Sean this turn if they have.
If they have Sean, they're going to Sean. But if they don't, I think Killmonger is much more likely.
You are right. We do stay ahead, which is cool if they do that.
Power must be controlled.
Okay, what do we get here? Hopefully death.
So we could beat Null. He has no extra mana. I think it's just a win all 3 lanes profit situation? Question mark? I guess have we seen an Arnim Zola? Right? That's what I mean. So my natural level 1 play here is stature, whatever the hell else. Maybe.
It's either stature, Redguard, or stature Bob.
Stature Cosmo, preventing an Arnim Zola. Do you think Arnim Zola is a risk that they might Arnim Zola right?
I think Killmonger's still a bit of a risk. What do we think is their last 2 cards? Null.
I think it's Null Arnim Zola. I think it's Null Arnim Zola, and then the winningest play is Stature Cosmo right lane.
And then Hydra Bob somewhere. Middle. Probably. I like this. I can't imagine the Yes! God damn it, you're good at this game, Nate.
Get out of our game.
Let's go. Good calls. They have to beat us twice now. Huge. Both had 2 lives, now we have 2 and they have 1. Well, I guess we actually had 1 life there. That was a 3-cube game, though. I don't even remember. I have no idea.
Yeah, we were done. We were done if our run was over if that didn't pan out.
But we didn't. I think it's more important to choose where the Sable goes than the Hydra Bob because he can go all over the place.
Yeah, my nerves get the better of me now. This is one of my biggest leaks as a Conquest player. Is
we're fine, man. We're just playing the game.
No, you're absolutely right. But you're just got to gather myself.
Second Titan, bro. Second Titan is crazy.
But
location luck has been ridiculous.
I mean, this is only a problem if
we top deck Stature Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Jinxed it, man.
Just why did I say it out loud? Okay, yay!
Yay. Okay, we're in such a good spot here. I mean, obviously they have their Deadpool early. I mean, Deadpool Carnage is not a good opening. Contrary to popular belief.
I hear Cosmo's a pretty good card.
Okay.
I
you can also 50-50 Red Guardian, though. could also 50-50 Red Guardian and kill their Deadpool.
I mean,
forever.
we don't want. Yeah, that's true. But if we hit, shoot, I don't know.
You're probably right.
Get out of our game.
Clear for takeoff.
Welcome to Marvel Snap, bitch.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that feels right. This Killmonger feels not great. All right, so how many points does Killmonger? A Killmonger mid. Do you just play big card like like a naked Red Guardian right and Cassandra middle? Oh no, of course Red Guardian mid kills Null, but I like Red Guardian left.
I don't think we can Red Guardian Null.
Because we can't.
Red
win the
Guardian
right lane,
left literally just loses to well, no,
Like
I mean, not
any-
necessarily because X-23 runs. If they Killmonger, X-23 runs.
Killmonger doesn't add that much power. I guess I kind of like I like Red Guardian right for the naked 3 power, and then Cassandra Nova left or middle, and I would guess left.
9, 11, 14.
Oh yeah, we're losing the Black Knight right if Killmonger happens. But then they're losing their Deadpool stuff. I think it is Red Guardian right, and then Cassandra Nova left or middle, probably
Can we
left.
snap?
But yeah,
It doesn't let us snap.
no.
I think we just lose to Killmonger mid. I think we have to do this. Okay, so I'll explain. So if they Killmonger middle, right?
Yeah, you just won the game because they're
No,
Killmonger
because they
middle
might
and
just
you're
death
cast.
middle. They might just death middle and we might have lost. Okay, because we had to stop that, and it's only if that lands right. Okay. As long as that didn't land right, we won. The X-23 landing right. No, we still beat X-23 landing right. We still beat X-23 landing right.
Okay, leave
Because
this
it
up. I want to talk about this board before we move on to the next game.
God, that was so fucking
That's
crazy.
awesome. You last game I saw the future. This game you saw the future. Had we not Red Guardian left, how much power did Null gain?
14. They would have won left by 1 point.
So
'cause-
the
'cause
line
of-
the line I was advocating for was a Red Guardian right, which had just added the power, and Cassandra Nova left, which would have been big enough, I think. And I'm not
So
like, oh, my
stressful,
play is
dude.
right. I'm just kind of thinking this out loud.
I can't believe they could only play the
Uh,
Killmonger. That's crazy, dude. When it was just a single card, I got so scared that it wasn't Killmonger. But it is,
Yeah.
if like just raw Killmonger, we actually did win to X-23 right. But yeah, it was just fun. It was just the numbers changed so much with Killmonger that it was wild because like they lose Deadpool, we lose Black Knight, but then they also lose X-23, which can land right again, which would have lost us that lane. So what I was scared of with this play, I think the only thing this play loses to is Killmonger card X-23 landing right, which is 1 in 3, which sucks, but I mean you just take those on the fucking nose if they happen. But it was just such an obvious Killmonger setup, right? It just felt obvious in like a weird way.
Now, while we're here, my bandwidth is gone. Can I like restart the call? Does that screw up the streaming if I restart Discord?
Oh, you're good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Dude, the location luck that whole fight. The location luck that whole fight was abysmal. Just every game it was against us. We got Titan twice. Titan is one of the worst locations for this deck. Man, so many things happen there. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, 2 centrals. 2 centrals. Was it 2 of the one that gives the 2 dinos? Was it two centrals and 2 raptor creators? Just crazy.
No matter what happens in the next one, we could just completely fall on our face and make misplay after misplay. This was an achievement. Beating a very talented player who drew very well and did excellent retreating and snapping and it's
They were great. You can tell this person has played
you
like
can't be
600 hours. You can tell this person's played like 600 hours of Destroy. You know, like this person's a Destroy player. You know, every single one they have ink crackled. Know that
there's something about Destroy players.
They're the most tribal of all. They're absolutely the most tribal of all Snap players for sure. They just love Destroy. And it's so funny, there hasn't been a new Destroy card since fucking X23. So good.
Yeah, and their decks are amazing. And every single thing is ink crackle, gold crackle, just the most complete list. And this comes from a place of love, to be clear. I'm not like those losers. It's very consistent. It's weirdly consistent.
I love it, dude. I love the Destroy players. I feel like I don't know, someone said someone who plays Shang are so insecure in Destroy. I mean, I think that you should just play the best card and not worry about what random people think about you on the internet. It's probably good advice for just about everyone. But I think Shang's great in Destroy. Probably the only tech card you ever consider. It's like the only slot that's really open. I guess Zola, Shang are kind of like potential movement-y type stuff. But literally I feel like every Destroy player you face in Top Infinite has this fucking everything inked and crackled. LDS very underrated? Yeah, LDS is good, man. LDS is good. Nate, that's 14 ones in a row. You want to make it 15? If you guys don't know, and you are frozen.
Kinda do.
Oh, you unfrozen? Oh, Pog. If you guys don't know, last time Nate came on the stream was 2 months ago, I think? Maybe 3 months ago. I think it was maybe 3 months ago for Infinity Conquest. We won 2 Infinity Conquests with a row and never lost. And we are now 4 games in and we have not lost this stream, which is very exciting.
Binks, what I would like to do is just before...
I'm not going to hit play. You're good.
I just even lost my... Before you cue this up, I want to reboot my computer. Do you mind? Can we do an ad break or you just vamp for a minute? Or you can go load into the next thing and I could dodge.
No, I want to get back. I need to go grab a drink anyway. I'll run a 30-second ad or a 3-minute ad. You're good. See when we get back. All right, we're going to run through its ads. If you don't want to see the ads, you can pay $6. You can check see if you have a Twitch Prime subscription available by clicking the subscribe button. Use the little Prime toggle. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, you can follow. We do need to pick an avatar, Chocolate Rain. That's very true. Look at some of my new avatars, and y'all can discuss what you want. I think I have to do Chibi Arrow, though. This was my white elephant for a really long time. I know some people don't know that. But Chibi Arrow was the card I was going for a while. I think it has to be Chibi Arrow, potentially. But we'll see. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, I think I'm back in. If we have chat saying stuff, my apologies in advance to Binks and Binks chat if I'm freezing and there's delays. We will sort out the technical difficulties. I just fully rebooted, and if that doesn't do it, nothing does. I see you, Beesworth. How you doing? How is everybody tonight? Was Monday Night Football good? Is anyone playing anything good recently? How have I been? I have been, thank you for asking, Space Pumpkin. I have been great. There is a Sarah, I guess we'll call it Sarah control list that I saw Doughy Cat play If you guys don't know, Doey Cat is Marvel Snap streamer. She's very entertaining. She won her first Infinity Conquest, and I saw it, and I really liked the deck that she was playing with, and I took it and have been playing it to great success. I myself, off stream, am I guess currently 13 and 0. Like I've won 2 back-to-back successful Infinity Conquest tickets, and no sign of slowing down. And the deck slaps. Really big fan of it, and that's a big part of how my day is going. Is like the last week of the Marvel Snap season. If I have an Infinity Conquest deck that I like, life is good. And not that you guys asked, saw the movie Conclave the other day, and it is not a terribly interesting premise, but boy, does that movie slap. Conclave is a sweet movie. I enjoyed that, and that's been kind of percolating throughout. Yeah, Chiefs won. Ooh, big surprise. I ask everyone.
Oh, wow, Chiefs won.
Yeah, it's fine. My favorite NFL team generally is the one that is not winning all the time, and it's not cool. The Chiefs are not a cool team because they're winning all the time.
Yeah, the Chiefs were a cool team for a long time. I mean, the team actually has like a lot of heart. I went to the game. I went to a game last year where the Bears got just slaughtered, and it was the first game where Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were like a thing, and she was there, and it was like the most viewed football game in a really long time. It was bad, man. It was not fun.
Yeah. As an aside, the parallel to this. So I play Marvel Snap. My username is Gerald Galactus. And before I started streaming, my least favorite thing was playing against streamers, because then whenever you lose, you just got your butt kicked in front of a live studio audience of hundreds or thousands of people. And I imagine that's kind of a similar sensation.
Yeah, it's got to be close to that, right? I don't know. I always liked you didn't like getting to watch the games and like see how they think, or you just never think about
later. Like,
plus,
yes,
you can stream,
and if you win, it's great. But I mean, at that moment, whenever I queue up and I see like Dara or something, it's like, Jesus Christ! And
you can just cheat.
You could. The thing is, even if I wanted to, I usually play on my phone on a cruise ship, and so like, what am I? You can't even. Yeah, it's not even easy.
Yeah. Nate is Gerald of Galactus, the Herald of Galactus. I never see it. I used to see him on ladder all the time, but now he's just a conquest.
So
Conquest
to wit, whenever they added that number, I used to play ranked at the highest level, and we would play each other all the time. I'd play Dara, Dexter, you name it. I would play these people constantly. But then they added that rank number, and I ran away from the mode because I get nervous and I don't want to see my number go down, and so I entered Conquest and started doing that as a specialty.
Now he's a specialist. All right, we're gonna do the.
Now you have selected this avatar.
Yes.
Have you selected this avatar? This is the one.
This is the one. So, Chibi Arrow. Back in beta, there's a much smaller variant pool, and Chibi Arrow was like the card I had been waiting for a very, very long time, because the shop used to rotate less and there was less options. Mm-hmm. It's so funny always thinking back to beta and just all the things people complain about and how much worse it was in beta.
You're just three, right? Like if I'm remembering, it was three per day.
Something like that. It was a very small pool card. Yeah, it was very small options they got. It was 3 or it might have been 6. It might have went from 6 to 8. But I actually don't remember. But and I think it would only reset once a day. I think it might only have reset once a day. No, maybe that can't be true. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, Chibi Arrow was a card that I wanted forever, and it would refuse to show up in my shop for months, man. Months. And then I remember it even landed in a video, me fucking losing my mind that Chibi Arrow finally showed up in the middle of a stream buying it. So I finally got the Chibi Arrow.
This is awesome. Avatar. Let's get it. Let's get this avatar.
Get this avatar, baby.
That's so awesome that you have a connection to this.
I love how it does the double confirm. Oh, look at how pretty she's gonna be, like queen.
You want to be sure.
Woo! Let's get it,
separately. Baby. Old Arrow was sick. Like whenever
Older was
you just like
busted, dude.
Can I get a collection level check on our opponent?
And it's Nugget. Third Erishan deck. We have the counter to this.
Maximum rank 83, baby.
Wow. Okay. And get here with Ghost Rider.
Remain calm. Yeah.
there
Or
with Bob.
just the blade itself.
Get there with Blade.
And you have Nova in hand. If this was not Infinity 5, I mean, that does
I think we
favor
need
them.
a way to get rid of Agatha before we're snapping, right?
I agree.
Because otherwise she could just play cast left, and then I don't know what the fuck do we do. Look at that, we have a way of getting rid of Agatha. Now, no Ghost Rider kind of sucks.
I mean, you got Cass. Moon Knight has to be the play here, right?
Yeah, Moon Knight in a black, like, I mean, it's got to be Moon Knight, yeah. I'm just wondering if there's any, like, when I should snap.
I would not snap yet. There's too many variables, and the fact that your opponent is max 83, I think that you can just out-snap your opponent. Maybe they just stay with nonsense. Now, what did they lose with their discard?
Black Bolt. They lost
Black Bolt.
Taskmaster. No,
Okay.
they got our Black Bolt with White Queen, is what I meant.
Got it. I like Cass. I like playing Cass this turn. It's going to be Cass Stature. The only kind of thing in my mind is I would love to get, because they have that natural advantage middle, maybe getting like a Cass Cosmo middle, but then we have to play Stature middle, and so that fills us up. So I think maybe Cass right, Stature middle, question mark.
Yeah. And we wanted to get the Stature out. Yeah, that does suck. I forgot they could play Black Bolt a turn early. That is something that they are allowed to do. I mean, I think we just Black Bolt. Don't think about it too hard, right? They have Shadow King. Maybe we get it out of their hand now.
Cut off one head, two more
My
shall take
cards.
its place.
Sick play.
Opponent snapped.
I think you run here. I think we just take, it's a 1 cube.
Yep.
Like, you can get lucky with a Hydra Bob. Actually, they can't. Never mind.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't even matter if it goes left. We still lose.
Yeah, and the thing is, our opponent has shown willingness to just boomer snap, and I think, pending some bad luck, we can just make them put their cubes in the middle in a bad spot, and
Main
that is
deck
a deck
Zola.
Zola. Thank you, Chocolate
calls.
Rain 72.
Enjoy your hydration, Robert. Mandex Zola, they might have like found an old list where people were trying to do like multiple. They might have found like an old list where people were trying to do like multiple instances of Blob.
I mean, their collection level was, oh man, Cassandra. So I think we Sif left.
Yeah.
This is maybe a snap. And hear me out. You're going to be able to cast right on the last turn to win a trillion, to get a trillion points.
And Black Bolt.
And you can Ghost Rider next turn.
I don't think this moves the hydration Roberts before Gamma Labs, unfortunately.
I think that is the correct.
Yeah. I'm
So
pretty
we
sure
don't
Gamma
want
Lab
it to go
goes
left,
first.
but. Is that a main deck War Machine? Can you check quickly?
It'll show up on the tracker if it is.
Okay.
I don't think it was.
That's a version of Arisham that's running around right now. Is the version that has So I think that you Ghost Rider middle, and then or
Black Bolt right.
Yes.
I'm coming for you.
Okay. That
And
Cosmo
I got
middle
really hung up on Cass right because of the
doubling. I think it's Cass right, Cosmo middle.
Yes, but now does that lose to their Zola bullshit? No, right?
Shouldn't, no.
Okay.
Should we boomer snap them?
I think
because we don't need this here anyway.
Play, and I think that you win this game, and you're like your fourth. Oh, they were the ones that snapped. You didn't snap yet.
Snapped? Wait, no, you're right. I snapped.
Yeah,
you're
no.
Right.
I was gonna say, what are we doing, Binks? Okay.
Victory.
Yeah, they did have Prio. Yeah, you're right. Actually, they did have Prio there. I mean, it loses to Shang and a big. They needed Shang and 7 powers worth of 3 cost. I don't even think we just lost to Shang there.
But that said, I didn't catch. I just assumed we had priority for no reason at all.
Same.
That is on us that we were not
same.
thinking in those terms. Mm-hmm. So, mental note: our opponent has demonstrated willingness to leave on turn 6. They were not that far behind.
They were ahead, and they left. They were well ahead, and they left. That's quite impressive, actually.
Their hand might have just been Arisham at that point. I don't know. If you draw Sif or Moon Knight, I think that this is an auto snap. This is maybe an auto snap, just having Cassandra Nova.
Moon Knight's really hard because it's still 50-50. Sif
right.
for sure though.
You don't have Sif in your hand. Oh, you mean if you drew Sif? I probably just cast middle. Or do you want to try and roll the dice?
Yeah, let's cast middle. Let's cast middle early. Make their draws bad. Now that we have a Wakanda location. Kill MM. I mean, does it really matter? Like, the only thing that matters is stature, and we haven't made him discard a card yet. Plus, it makes all the Quantum Tunnel cards -1, which is actually quite relevant.
Yeah, and they
it's a fine spot for it to be.
Rotate into Moon Knight one time. Hydration Bob. Not Agatha, please. I guess it doesn't matter. It's legal.
Just go in the deck. And it would actually be hilarious if it was Agatha, because then they would draw it. Okay. I mean, I think the play here is Sif.
Yes.
Can we afford a snap?
I wouldn't. I'm cowardly. And I'm cowardly in the fact that we're not that far ahead, and we can really put a stranglehold with. I don't know. There's an argument to do it.
I'm gonna snap play Sif right.
Okay.
It could get Black
You
Bolt,
and
it could get
chat have
stature.
overruled me, and that's fair. Yeah.
I guess the only bad hit is Moon Knight. If we hit Moon Knight, we're in trouble. But I think they'll could potentially leave here.
You could get a. Oh, okay. Nice.
Either way, we get the Ebony Blades. Like, Moon Knight doesn't... Well, I guess if it's for the blade, then it sucks.
This seems okay to me. Now, is there an argument... Is there an argument here to doing 2 3s instead of a big Ebony Blade?
Definitely, yeah.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna move that Bob again, huh? This would be for everything.
Yes.
Do you think they're gonna try and Zola their blob?
Oh my god. Well, I'm not too scared because a Shadow King mid cooks them as well. The question is, do we do a single ebony blade in the left lane, or do we do 2-3s somewhere else?
Like this. They have to play something more than 7 left. They have to get rid of this somehow. I don't know how the fuck they would ever do it.
Okay.
Bob will move middle. It's actually a really good point. We're just kind of taking a toss-up that their card is less, but it should be. They're Arshan. I don't think they knew that the Bob would move middle. Mr. Nate! Let's go, dude! Oh! That's not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12, not 13, not 14, but 15 wins in a row for the beautiful combination of Binks and Nate. Let's fucking go, dude.
I hope you like the vibe. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna clap some cheeks. Now be a good chatter and don't be a piece.
Oh. How beautiful, man. Oh, Simply Uber, thank you so much for the 10 tier 1s. You absolute legend. If you just got a tier 1 from Simply Uber, make sure to give him some damn nucks. Oh.
I hope you like
Folks.
the vibe. Binks. 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 Binks.
How you feeling, Nate?
If you're watching on YouTube, like
Done?
and subscribe.
I'm also mildly disrespected by this 10 sub thing, so I'm matching that. I'm just queuing that up real quick.
Welcome to the stream.
Yo, Carter, thank you so much for the 5 months. And Nate Martin, thank you for the 10 to the community as well. Make sure to give some nucks if you just got a gifted subscription.
Now be a good
Thank you all so much. You absolute
Wow.
legend, Nate. Thank you.
We did it. We did it. Oh my god. I can't.
Binks. And don't be a piece.
Oh man, dude. Dude, wow, how can we lose, dude? Do you think if we just start going to tournaments as like a duo, we just never lose?
Yeah. I'll put a mortgage on the house. We'll start going, hitting the road, swindling people in Marvel Snap pool halls.
Binks.
I think there's a lot to how we play together, because I'm a little more just fucking balls to the wall reckless, and you're like very like reserved, like pull back, pull through like every single option, and I'm just like a fucking like a attack dog, you know?
The confidence is important. There was more than one instance in that 5-game thing where it's like I don't think I would snap there, and you were right. And chat was there with you, by the way. I was the odd man out. Yeah, how could we have done that better? The beating of that destroy player.
And subscribe.
We didn't get any freebies. Even that last guy, that Arishan player.
They were good. They were really good. I cannot believe how.
Yeah,
Is that just for the season, or is that forever?
I think it's forever. I think that is the highest that you've ever had. And so whenever you see a number that isn't infinite, you can make inferences, but I don't know that for sure.
Hype train.
Oh, we don't even have a hype train. Oh, I'm a liar. I just assume when 20 people get the subs, it would work.
A spiritual hype train. We just
Spiritual hype train. God damn, dude, I feel great, man.
That was incredible. I'm so happy that we did that. I'm so happy that again, to the kind of the origin of this, I play a lot of Marvel Snap, and I watch Binks. I watch the other streamers. They're awesome. So many great personalities. Part of why I like watching Binks is the vibes, and frankly, the community is real cool too. I am noticing some excellent like gameplay suggestions. Hey, you don't have priority. You do have priority. How about this? Awesome attitudes. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out and seeing this. This is history in the making.
I think what we should do is shelf this for next time and continue the undefeated record. I'm down to just hang out and vibe for a little bit, but I think we should I think we could jump right in and try and play with Agatha some more. We could. But I think we just shelf it and we get you back I don't know, either next month or December, whenever we before next season, if we can work it out, and try and keep it going, man. And hey,
I like that.
You know what you can say about yourself right now? That you've won an Infinity Avatar with Agatha.
Oh yeah,
Harkness.
I can. Yes, hell yeah. Oh man.
Dude,
so no, I agree.
I'm saying, dude, didn't that Agatha deck feel really good? That felt pretty damn good, man.
We had the tools when we needed to have the tools. It was this sounds ridiculous. It was consistent. You know, in a way that Agatha by definition isn't. But that really felt smooth. We were able to get out when we needed to get out. We were able to double down when we needed to double down. I think that deck had it and not for nothing, but people aren't going to see that coming. And that's a big strength of any deck in any mode. I think that there's a real argument to be made to take this on the road. You know, they got the new season coming tomorrow. Obviously, we've just demonstrated that it can work in Conquest.
You know, I think both of us were really thinking that we needed a 5-drop, and I don't think we needed one at all. Outside
no,
of
so
Blackbolt.
for clarity, for chat, as if you decide to kind of cook with this, the reservations I had with the list that we just won with, which notably we just won one ticket and done, so this reservation should be taken with a grain of salt, is I didn't think we were going to be able to get tall enough if we didn't nail the Agatha of it all. If we didn't get a Ghost Rider Resurrection, or if we didn't get a Ebony Blade, I didn't think we would have enough power, and that didn't seem to be relevant. It seemed like the other tools were able to support us when we hit it and like really put a hammerlock on it. And if we didn't hit it, we just got out, and like we didn't really even need or want a backup plan.
Yeah, we just didn't need one. Like, we just had like so many tools like to pump out power in the mid game. And I like our 1-drop selection too. I think Hydra Bob and Silver Sable are just so good, man. Playing 1/5s is good.
I thought about advocating, instead of Silver Sable, like maybe a Nebula, but
I love
Silver
Nebula.
Sable. Yeah, Nebula is real strong. I would say for those watching at home, if you're like, hey, I want to cook this Agatha thing, but like I don't have a couple of cards, Silver Sable can easily be a Nebula or like another just strong 1-drop. Maybe even a Nico. That maybe gets a little bit dicey, but I think that you don't need Silver Sable.
Yeah, any strong one. I mean, Hydra Bob kind of was a nuisance too, funnily enough. Like, the more I'm thinking about it, like, how necessary is Red Guardian? I think Red Guardian is one of the best cards in the game. And I think Nate agrees. I think that...
Yeah.
I think Red Guardian is I think Red Guardian and Cosmo are the 2 best tech cards. I mean, I just think it's necessary in any deck, Cripples. So, like, you could replace it if you want. I've literally, I think the last 5 decks I've played, I've just put Red Guardian in because I think it just wins games for free.
If you're doing Conquest, I think you really, really want Red Guardian. If you're playing this in rank mode, I think that Red Guardian could be a different, strong 3-drop. If you don't have Red Guardian, you probably don't have Copycat, but like Copycat, I think could go in that spot. But we talked about this at the beginning, and it bore out. There is a lot of discard in this world. Even if you don't see it in the ranked meta, a lot of people, particularly at the end of the month, they fire up old Reliable, often their discard deck, or their discard or destroy deck. And having Red Guardian against both of those decks is very, very good.
Red Guardian's so good, man. It just does so many things. Like, if you just need it to be, it's just a 3/5. Just a 3/5 you play out. Like, yeah, just, like you said, I mean, discard it's so good against. I mean, you saw, I mean, we crushed that destroy deck with it by just turning their null off. Which is probably a rare situation, but it can also turn off Deadpools, which is really important against destroy. And then discard discarded crushes with Morbius and Dracula, just an absolute menace. And it's just, I mean, just like any deck, it helps you out against. It's just so good.
It really is. So I completely agree that, like, last time when we went 10-0, not for nothing, by the end of that second run, I was completely out of gas, and I'm sure I wasn't even like entertaining. But before we call it here and just in Bear Splitsville, I'd like to talk a little bit about what your thoughts are. Like next week, what are you excited? Are you going to be doing? You have a cook in mind for Frigga? Are you? Is there a particular, like, the next season of it all?
Is next week Frigga and Surther? Is that correct?
Yes. Surtur's the season pass card.
And then Frigga's the spotlight.
Frigga's the weekly card, yes.
Okay. I think Frigga, it's going to be not that good.
Okay.
I think that people remember how good that Nico copy spell is, and they think that Frigga is going to be crazy because of that. I think having that effect on a 3/3 is just too slow for Marvel Snap. I think there'll be some cool combos with it. I think it can do some cool things. People have talked about like using hammers with it. The problem is like you kind of want a Jane Foster on 5, and then you can't really get any value off of it, right? Anti-Venom is actually really interesting. I actually didn't think about that.
I'm waiting for you to complete your thought before I'm like, but what about this copium? I am very irrationally excited for that specific interaction. I think, speaking as a Conquest player primarily, where information asymmetry is really, really important, I think that it's going to be probably a medium deck punctuated by some of the most crazy bullshit you've ever seen in your entire life that would beat Mike Tyson in his prime. Whenever you've got Luke Cage, Anti-Venom, Frigga, and you've got double 0 cost, whatever. It's going to make the sexiest clips. You're going to feel like a Superman. Whether that's good or not, I don't know, but I am excited to try it out.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw Frigga, I thought it was a 2/3, and I thought that would be crazy. Because when they actually showed it in the video, they only showed it at 3 power, they didn't show the cost. And I think the problem is that 3-cost cards are so clunky. Like 3-cost cards are way clunkier than you think, man. Yeah, it's very crowded, but like to combo with it on any turn but turn 6 where it doesn't matter, you have to have a 1 or a 2-cost card, or you have to curve the cards into it. So like if your thought process is like Frigga, Dakin, like I hate to say it, if your turn 3, 4, and 5 is Frigga, Dakin, I just don't think you're winning a game of Marvel Snap doing that. You know, there's too much counterplay. There's too many ways to like deal with stuff like that and be annoying. What deck was used for the win? We used an Agatha deck. Here, I'll actually I'll pull up the deck.
You didn't guess. You couldn't have guessed that we took an Agatha deck in the year of our Lord 2024 to an Infinity Conquest win on the first try. Well, guess what? There it is.
I really like Anti-Venom. Like Anti-Venom with like Shadow King and stuff like that, and like Shadow King, Luke Cage, Anti-Venom, Frigga deck. I really think that Frigga will be cope. I think a lot of people are saying the card's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be just very similar to a lot of cards that come out that seem like the effect is really good, like when Grandmaster first came out, and it's like, oh, that's really crazy, and that's a technically less clunky card as a 2-drop. I just think like playing a 3/3 is it's really hard, man. It has to do something that like wins you the game without needing other stuff. Like we have Cosmo and Moon Knight and Red Guardian, great 3/3s. They do insane things. I just don't think Frigga kind of does the bill. Now, what will I play with it? I have no fucking clue. I literally, dude, when I when I figure out the decks I'm gonna play, I literally like think about them like an hour before. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I probably should, but yeah, Fastos not even though, because like Fastos you just play out. It's just like it's just not good. You just play it on 3 and you're like, okay, I made the rest of my game kind of better. Surther though, I think Surther's crazy, dude. I think a lot of people are already starting to play. I mean, we saw that fucking psychopath playing the Namor deck earlier, right? Like a lot of people are starting to come around to Scar, and I mean that.
I list doing numbers right now. The big boy list with Atuma and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think that was Scar I think that that Scar deck with Surther gets maybe S tier. It might be like the best deck in the game. There's just so many good like 4/10s that you can play now that you can just like rush out and just like pump it up, and then if you play Surther 10 power, you get a free Scar, man, because the Surther goes up to 11. Your Scar is now free in your hand. A lot of things can happen, dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited for, like, not necessarily every card on an equal scale, but this is one of the more, like, I think I'm going to be spending keys perhaps every single week, and I don't normally do that. I'm normally pretty frugal with... I got Darkhawk, like, a couple weeks ago. I'm just a, casual 2 years late to that card. And this month, I want the Wolf real bad. I think Frigga is cope, but I like Anti-Venom, so I'm gonna hop right on board.
Frigga Anti-Venom, that'll be very fun. I mean, I'm definitely stealing that idea for when I make a Frigga deck tomorrow. So
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, person. Chan.
Yeah, and with anything else, what I'm guessing will happen, particularly next week, is decks with Searcher, however we pronounce it, and decks with Frigga are going to be, if they're good, they're going to flood the meta, and then counters will flood the meta, and we're going to see Mobius all over the place, and those decks will be hot garbage. But then whenever that settles, and then we're on to the next week, and people get really excited about, I forget the card after that, I would not be surprised if Surtur and or Frigga Anti-Venom or something is like absent the counter being all over the meta. It's going to be Malekith. Malekith is kind of another thing that I think is like could be absolutely insane. I am not a good enough deck builder to tell you exactly how
Malekith is 4/6, pulls a random card, pulls a 1, 2, or 3 cost from your deck.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's somebody out, Sizer or Lambie or whoever the builder of the day is, that is like, this is it. You're gonna do this. It's gonna pull this card. Here's the package, and it's going to wreck. But I haven't really thought about it other than seeing the potential for other people, and then I can steal their deck, pilot it to great success.
You know what's crazy about Malekith that people aren't thinking about? It thins your deck. Thins your own deck. There are
you guys remember
that do that.
The old
very few cards that can do that in Marvel Snap.
How many boosters? While we're here, great segue. Why don't you fire up your America Chavez in your collection and tell us how many boosters you have on that card?
That would
we can't see it over your screen.
1,550.
1,550 boosters on America Chavez on the back of the old. Yeah, how many of those boosters are the 1/2 version of America Chavez?
It was so fun playing 11-card decks for a year, man.
Yeah,
it was so fun playing 11-card decks for a year.
You wouldn't even think about it. Like whenever you didn't include America Chavez, like it was a choice. It was a weird, inconsistent choice.
You think Cozy and Alex called it right that it might be bad if it doesn't allow you to see what's pulled? I don't think that it won't let you see what's pulled. I think that's the whole point of the card.
I that's my reading of it.
I believe that's point of the card, but I think that's fine. I think the power of it, I think it goes in just like a good card point slam deck. I mean, just thinning the smaller card out of your deck, knowing that it's on board as a 4/6 is kind of crazy. I really, really think that Malik is like Jubilee, but it's a small thing. Yeah, but it's 5 extra power, guaranteed, right?
Build like around it. I am anecdote. This is going to be very niche, but hear me out. Some years ago, I don't even know if he still plays, but there's a Hearthstone streamer, one of the best. His name is or was Trump. Does Trump still play? Is like he's still around
dude,
in the
Trump,
scene?
Did you know that Trump was one of the very first people to play Marvel Snap?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was an alpha tester for Marvel Snap, and his endorsement for Marvel Snap is one of the reasons I was so excited to jump in and play Marvel Snap, because he said it's one of the best games he'd ever played. He has some videos out there on it, actually.
So, for those of you who do not know, because I didn't even know that he still played, he's super positive guy. He's very lovely.
Unfortunate name choice.
Unfortunate name choice. He's been on that name for some time, regrettably. But years ago, there was as happens, a new expansion is coming out, and one of the cards in the expansion was a card called Grim Patron, and Grim Patron.
Hey everybody,
Trump,
get in here.
Yeah, it's a meme. We can talk about this card years later. Trump was like, that card sucks, and the reason that his logic was, in the decks that existed at that time, before the expansion came out, if you just added Grim Patron, it was a trash card. It was a terrible card. But that, of course, isn't what happened. Grim Patron came out, and then people created decks around Grim Patron, and it became so busted that it's become a meme 7 years later in a completely different game. And so Trump got it wrong, and Trump is about as equipped to get it right as any human being about any topic ever. And so whenever a new card comes out, and I think about, well, if I just slotted this into a deck as it is now, and it wouldn't be very good, that doesn't mean very much. It's quite possible that when you create something around it and wrap it in a new package, it becomes the most busted thing, and we'll make Malekith memes 7 years from now. Probably not, but thinking about Trump getting it wrong about Grim Patron is something I think about all the time.
Most definitely. I think another cool thing with Malekith 2, and some people are saying like, oh, it doesn't reveal until, remember, it doesn't reveal until the end of the game. I think that you have to remember that there's asymmetry in information in Marvel Snap, right? You have X number of 1, 2, and 3 cost cards in your deck. When you play Malekith, you will have X number of 1, 2, 3 cost cards in your deck that you haven't drawn yet. So you know it's of a very small pool, probably 2 cards, or maybe 3. It's either 1, 2, or 3. By the end of the game, by turn 6, it'll probably be down to 2 cards, almost certainly, right? Your opponent, they have no clue what the hell it could be. It could be a fucking Sage. It could be a Shadow King. It could be a fucking Red Guardian. It could be fucking anything. And they have no fucking clue what to play around it. So I think that the asymmetry of the card being flipped is better for the card than if it was flipped. I'm not positive. I think the fact that it makes the card flipped makes the card stronger rather than makes the card weaker. I think, but I'm not positive. I think if anything, it's very close to being the same as it not flipping.
It would be cool if it was like Daredevil, certainly. Like it showed you the card, but didn't show them the card. And to be clear, I'm not I'm not saying that like Malekith is busted, but the thing is, I look at the slate of upcoming cards this month, and I get excited in a way that honestly have not been excited. Now, obviously, this past, like Scream, I think took everyone by surprise by kind of how good that was. And I'm not saying these cards have been trash, but I wasn't excited for a lot of these cards. Now I'm excited about the next month, and I just wanted to chat about that before we called it a victory.
No, man, I am pretty excited. You know what's interesting? How I value cards, and it's kind of the wrong way to value them, but it's just always the way I do it. I almost value them in a vacuum much more than everything else. Like I basically look at this card and it's like, what does this card actually do for me? And like, if I were to put this in a deck, what could I do with it? I look at it much more in a vacuum. I kind of look at it as if like I'm on a drafting, like if in a Hearthstone arena is how I look at cards a lot, which is probably not right. But like if you just look at Malekith from like its power level in particular, just straight up, I think it's pretty crazy. But that being said, Nate the Great Martin, 15-0, absolute legends at this fucking game. I'm gonna shout you out one more time. When's the next time you're gonna stream? If you know,
we did it. So I'm going on a cruise, work cruise, in a few days. So it's probably not going to be for a minute, but I would encourage everybody, if you would not mind, head to my channel, give me a follow, and turn on notifications. I don't run ads. I don't do this from a profession. Give your subs, give your time to people that need it to put food on their tables. People like our good friends Binks here. But if Binks is not streaming and you see me go live, you're going to see some excellent Conquest play in a pedagogical style where I talk about what I do, why I do it. And we'll hang out. I am of an age where it gets really hard to make friends.
Took you 2.5 hours to
Yeah.
use a made-up word this time. Last time I think it took 3 minutes for you to use a made-up word.
Yeah, you know, whatever. The point is, I want internet buddies. I want you to click on my channel, click follow, click turn on sub. Then when I go live, I don't have the audience that Big does. And what I want the audience for is not to, you know, make partner plus. I want the audience to be your buddy. I want to talk about Marvel Snap, make Marvel Snap friends. Follow me on Twitter. I hope to talk to you guys. This was so much fun. We're going to keep it going.
Dude, I'm so excited to do it again, man. We are undefeated, which is, I mean, you know, you look at the statistics for going 10-0, going 15-0, it just keeps going exponentially up, man. We can't be stopped, man. Well, thank you so much, Nate.
Yeah.
I super appreciate you, as always. I'm going to end the call and wrap things up. I'll talk to you privately very soon, and I'll see you back here on the stream very soon as well.
Thanks, Binks. Thanks, Binks Chat, for hanging out. I appreciate you guys with the vibes, and we'll see you next time.
We love good vibes. Yes, we do, folks. All right. Peace, Nate. Bye. Oh, man. That was fun, dude. I can't believe we won again. I can't believe we won again with Agatha. Dude, I think Agatha's good, man. That deck felt real strong. That deck felt real strong. I don't know. I don't know what would have really countered us. I feel like we just played really well, made smart decisions. But that deck kind of plays itself. It's like pretty straightforward. Arf, arf. Let's send it over to Splat, man. Thank you again to Nate. Go and check him out. Can you run this map out? Yeah, play Nebula. You'll be fine. We're gonna send you over to Splaticus. An incredibly good player. Nate the Great Martin. It's in chat right there. He's chit-chatting. And click on that link right there. Go and follow. We'll see you over in Splaticus' stream. Tomorrow, new card coming out. Make sure to make a plan to vote if you live in the US and you are over 18 years old. I do not care what your political affiliation is. It could be completely different than mine. It could be the exact same as mine. What's most important is that everyone gets out and votes and shares their opinion and gets out there. That is the absolute most important thing. So just make sure. I really don't care who you vote for. I just want you to go out and vote. Make a plan. If you're like, oh, I forgot to register, you can register almost always. You can register day of in almost every single state. So see what you can do in the morning. Try your very best to get out and vote. It's a really great thing to be able to do. Have fun over in Splaticus stream. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.